You saw the vision board. Maybe it was on a friend's wall. Maybe it was a video that told you to close your eyes and feel the money already in your hands. Whatever it was, someone promised you that your thoughts could bend reality, and some quiet part of you wanted it to be true. But the real answer is far stranger than a vision board, because you actually do bend your reality every single day. Just not the way you were told. The thing shaping your life isn't the universe listening to your wishes. It's a 3-pound organ doing something so sneaky you've never once caught it in the act. Let's start with a feeling you know well. You think of an old friend, and the next day, they text you. It feels like magic. It feels like proof that thoughts reach out and pull things toward you. But here's what really happened. You think of hundreds of people every week. You forget almost all of them. The one time someone happens to text after you thought of them, your brain lights up and files it away as meaningful. The 1,000 times nobody texts, you never notice at all. This has a name. Psychologists call it confirmation bias. Your brain is not a neutral camera recording the world. It is a spotlight, and it points that spotlight only at the things that agree with what you already believe. Do you see the problem yet? If you believe the universe is sending you signs, your brain will hunt for signs. It will find them everywhere, not because they are there, but because you are looking. The misses vanish, the hits glow, and slowly you build a private world where your beliefs seem to come true, and you never notice the mountain of evidence quietly stacking up against them. A psychologist named Peter Wason ran a famous experiment in the 1960s. He gave people a simple number rule to figure out, and he watched something remarkable. People only ever tested guesses they expected to be right. Almost nobody tried to prove themselves wrong. Your mind, it turns out, is built to defend its beliefs, not to challenge them. So when a manifesting guru tells you to only think positive thoughts, they are not teaching you magic. They are handing your brain a spotlight and telling you where to point it. But this goes deeper than a mental trick. This runs back millions of years. Picture your ancestor on an open plain. The grass rustles. There are 2 possible thoughts in her head. The wind did that, or a lion did that. If she assumes wind and she's wrong, she dies. If she assumes lion and she's wrong, she loses nothing but a little energy. Over millions of years, the descendants of the lion thinkers survived. The wind thinkers did not. You are the child of the ones who saw patterns everywhere. The scientist Michael Shermer gave this a name. He called it Patternicity, the tendency to find meaningful patterns in meaningless noise. Your brain would rather see 100 lions that aren't there than miss the one that is. That instinct kept your bloodline alive. But it also means you are wired to see intention, purpose, and hidden signals in pure randomness. The universe isn't answering you. Your ancient survival software is misfiring in a world it was never built for. And here is where it gets uncomfortable, because part of the law of attraction feels true. People who believe good things are coming often do get more good things. So doesn't that prove it works? Not the way you think. There's a simpler explanation, and it's far more powerful. It's called behavior. The psychologist Albert Bandura spent his career studying something he called self-efficacy, the belief that your actions matter. And he found that people who believe they can affect their lives actually try harder, last longer, and recover faster from failure. Not because the universe rewards their thoughts, because their thoughts change what they do. Think about it honestly. If you truly believe you'll get the job, how do you show up to the interview? Relaxed, confident, prepared. You make eye contact, you speak clearly. If you believe you're doomed to fail, you shrink, you mumble, you give up before you begin. The belief didn't summon the outcome from the cosmos. The belief quietly rewired your behavior, and your behavior changed the result. So the vision board isn't useless. But it isn't magic either. It's a primitive form of goal setting, dressed up in mystical clothes. Now, here is the part nobody wants to hear, because there is a darker side to all of this, and it hides inside the promise itself. If your thoughts create your reality, then what happens when something terrible occurs? What happens to the person who got sick, who lost the job, who was born into poverty they never chose? The logic turns cruel very fast. If good thoughts bring good things, then bad things must mean bad thoughts. Suddenly, the victim is to blame for their own suffering. Researchers have studied this exact effect. There's a well-documented bias called the just world hypothesis, so here's the one small action that actually moves things. If this video shifted the way you see your own mind, even a little, let it show. Tap like. It tells the algorithm to carry this to someone else who's still waiting for the universe to answer. And if you want more of these, the strange truths hiding inside things you do every day, subscribe. Not because the cosmos told you to, because you decided to. Your thoughts shape your world. Start with this one.